You got to understand something, Nick. If you want to win in this life, you got to get real comfortable cutting people off. I'm not talking about doing it with malice. I'm talking about doing it with clarity, because some of y'all got people around you right now that don't see you as a friend. They don't see you as family. They see you as a meal ticket, a free ride, a game they can play whenever they're bored.
And if you don't wise up,
If you don't wake up,
you're going to be another one of those dudes or women sitting around wondering why your life ain't moving.
why you're stuck, why you ain't living at the level you know you're supposed to be living at. I've been there. I've been in the mud. I've been around snakes smiling in my face, laughing behind my back,
Dragging me down because they saw me as entertainment.
not as a person, not as someone building something. Nah, they saw me as a pawn in their little miserable lives. And it wasn't until I started looking around, really looking, that I realized who was there for me and who was just using me. And once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. That's when I made the decision. I wasn't going to be a loser anymore. I wasn't going to be the dude everybody laughed at behind closed doors. I wasn't going to be the guy carrying dead weight on his back anymore.
I took ownership of my days.
I took ownership of my mind. I took ownership of my circle. I asked myself, are these people pushing me to be better? Are they challenging me to level up? Or are they pulling me back down to their level, trying to keep me stuck in low vibration energy? And when the answer was clear, I didn't hesitate. I raised the bar, I raised the standard, I raised my expectations.
And guess what?
Not everybody made the cut. Was it hard? Remember, it wasn't hard.
Because when you know what you're fighting for,
when you know where you're trying to go, you realize keeping the wrong people around is harder than letting them go. You want to know what really sucks? Wasting years of your life carrying people that never gave a damn about you. Living with regret,
living with resentment,
living under your potential because you were scared to hurt feelings. Nah, that's not strength, that's weakness. So I started moving different. I stopped explaining myself. I stopped giving second and third and fourth chances to people who already showed me who they were.
I got ruthless about my circle.
Because if you're not pushing me forward, if you're not challenging me to think bigger, if you're not inspiring me to go harder, you're dead weight, and dead weight gets cut, period. And here's the thing, even when I cut people off, but
Even when I started doing the work,
it didn't look pretty at first.
there were days it felt like nothing was happening. And
there were days it felt like I was running in place, and no applause, no instant results, no big breakthroughs. But I stayed locked in. I stayed disciplined because I knew motivation fades, discipline remains. It's discipline that carries you when the excitement dies. It's discipline that keeps you stacking small wins until one day you wake up and realize you're not at the bottom anymore. You're building a new life, a better life. And that momentum is real. At first, it's slow and it's frustrating. But once you start stacking days, once you start stacking wins, once you start seeing little signs of progress, it's like a train picking up speed. You go from struggling to moving faster. You go from doubting to believing. You go from surviving to thriving. And that road that once looked so damn long, that road you thought would take you forever,
now it's a straight shot.
you're not asking for permission anymore. You're not waiting for validation anymore. You're not worried about who's clapping for you anymore.
Because you believe in yourself.
You trust your work. You trust your plan. And the reality is simple. The people you surround yourself with either build you up or they break you down. There is no neutral. So if you're serious about your future, if you're serious about becoming who you're meant to be, you got to start cutting dead weight without apology. You got to start moving like your life depends on it. Because guess what? It does. The dream you have, the life you want, the legacy you're trying to build, it's on the line every single day. You can either be loyal to your future or you can stay loyal to people who wouldn't even clap for you when you win. The choice is yours.
I made my choice.
I changed my circle. I changed my habits, and I changed my mind. And because of that, I changed my life.
No apologies.
No explanations, just execution. Day in, day out, until the dream is no longer a dream. It's the new standard. Own your life. Cut the dead weight. Stay locked in and never look back.